Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I have filmed this gorgeous, glowy, clean girl aesthetic makeup look, which I hope you love. And if you do enjoy it, give me a wee like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the video. Excuse Bailey. Bailey is here with us in this video, like he is in every video. I do my makeup in front of the window because it has the best lighting. And my dog's a bit like me, he's a bit nosy and he likes to look out the window, so he may be popping in and out of the video, won't you? Are you going to pop in and out of the video? So, like any makeup look that I do, I always begin with skincare. It's just such an important step. It will make your skin glow, keep your skin hydrated, and I do actually believe it makes your makeup just look flawless. Just, you know, it acts as a very good base. So I'm going to begin with my Charlotte Tilbury Glow Toner. Just, you know, close those pores and make that skin glow. So I've just put a little bit in my hand and I warm it up in my hand and I just pat it into the skin, particularly around the nose area, because I feel like that's where I have most of my pores. So just pat, pat, pat. And we aren't even going to look or talk about my tan on my hands. I don't think I'll ever be able to do nice tan on my hands. It's just, it does my head in. But I actually do think this tan's a really nice colour, but just not when it's not even. But sure, we'll ignore that, we'll carry on. So pat that in. Already glowing. That hair a little bit. I did curl it, but it seems to be falling out. Okay, I'm going to stop moaning. I'm just going to carry on with the video. I feel a wee bit hyper. Next, I'm going to go in with my most important step, which I believe is my serum. So I'm using the Magic Crystal Elixir Serum, also by Charlotte Tilbury. And I feel like I need loads of serum. My skin is dry, and I feel like the serum actually, my skin drinks the serum. Whereas sometimes if I put too much moisturiser on, it causes my makeup to slip off. So pat the serum in as well. More hydration. And down my neck as well. Further hydration, always needed. Going in with my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. And I'm just going to put this mainly on the points that I feel like my skin needs more hydration. So for example, my nose, if you can see, I had a spot there last week. And sometimes it turns into dry skin. So I'm just going to pat some Magic Cream on my cheeks. Not putting loads on, but just a little. I actually swear by this cream. I think it is the best cream I've ever used. It's literally magic in a bottle. And I do put quite a bit in my neck. Genie in a bottle, let me rub you alive. Does anyone else like think of something and then think of a song that goes with it, if that makes sense? Like if someone was like, that's so tragic, I would be like, tragedy. No? Okay. Then a little bit more hydration under those eyes. We're not going to talk about the dark circles, so we're going to go in with our Cryo Serum just to waken up those eyes and hydrate. I'm dying to get the Cryo-Recovery mask, if anyone has seen it. It's like a mask that you put in the freezer and you can reuse it multiple times. It's Charlotte Tilbury and it just takes away all your puffiness. I think it would be good to use in the morning before applying makeup, so that is on the wish list. Glowing, gorgeous. Now going into my makeup. So as I said before, the clean girl aesthetic is just flawless, glowy, and it's not heavy makeup. It is quite natural, dare I say it, natural makeup, if natural makeup is a thing. Just not too much makeup, and we want to look youthful and fresh-faced. So I'm going to begin by using my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter for that gorgeous base, that lovely glow. So I'm using the shade 4 Medium. I'm just going to put a little bit on my cheeks, my chin, my nose, and my head. Then using the Zoeva 401 buffer brush, I'm just going to buff it all into my skin. See if like I'm not having a makeup day, like just want a day with no makeup and glowy skin, I would do my skincare and then just apply this, and everyone's like, oh my goodness, your skin's gorgeous. But it's not me, it's Charlotte Tilbury that does all the work. Like, look already. Look how glowy that skin is. Obsessed. Then for foundation, I want something medium coverage, glowy, so I'm going in with Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation in the shade 6 Neutral, which is my tan shade. I am obsessed with this foundation. This is like my daytime foundation. If I was going out on the night out, I would actually use the Nars Radiant Longwear mixed with this. And that's like the perfect night out makeup, because I like a little bit heavier on a night out, you know. But during the day, this is just spot on. Going in with my Charlotte's Hollywood complexion brush, I'm just buffing it into the skin. I actually cannot wait to get my hair done. Look at those roots. Do you ever just feel like a new woman when you get your hair done? The appointment is booked. It's in 2 weeks and I cannot wait. 2 weeks tomorrow. The countdown well and truly is on. Isn't that foundation just insane? Talk about glowing. Ooh. Now for some concealer. So for concealer, I like a wee bit more coverage. So I do use 2 different concealers. I use the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer and the Nars Concealer. I seen this trick on Instagram, so I had to copy. I'm going to go brighter. See where my bags are more purple? I'm going to go brighter there. And in here, I'm going to go brighter on my chin, a little bit on my nose, in the center, and my forehead. Then going in with my Nars concealer. Sorry, the Charlotte Tilbury one was shade 3. It's a little bit light. I feel like I'm a shade 4.5 in Charlotte Tilbury, but I don't know why I have that 3. And then the Nars medium 1 Custard shade, and the darker one just a little bit out here. Now I'm going in with the Zoeva 104, sorry, correct myself, 142 Concealer Buffer. And I literally just pat it in. I feel like concealer makes the biggest difference. I work as a wee retail makeup artist, and see when I put concealer on people, they're like, oh my gosh, what have you done to my face? It's just perfect. I'm like, I know, it's the concealer. And just pat it in. Like, look at the difference in before. I was a wee bit not well hotel this week, so I do still have a bit of eye bags from the lack of sleep. But your girl's feeling herself again, and I'm going to be feeling myself even more once I finish this makeup look. It's such a nice wee treat, you know. Makeup is just my favourite thing in the world. Very lightly. Skimming across the forehead, down the nose and the chin. not leaning too heavy because I don't want to wipe off the foundation that's already on. Next, I'm going in with bronzer and like sculpting my cheekbones and my jaw. Sometimes I mix it up between a powder bronzer and a cream bronzer, but because we're going for that glowy, radiant look, I'm going to use a cream bronzer, and I'm going to use the Chanel, I'll not be able to pronounce this, Lesbush, well, Healthy Glow creamy bronzer. And I'm going to use my Hollywood complexion brush from Charlotte Tilbury and just pat it into the bronzer. And begin by, so the cheekbone indents like here, that's where my bone is. I'm going to go slightly above it just to give my face that very lifted look. You can really see a difference when you have bronzer on. Just lifts the whole face. I love the tone in this bronzer. I think it's just absolutely perfect. And we're going to do up along the temples, giving that bronzed look. Again, still patting into the skin rather than swiping. And down the jawline. I want that jawline to be sharp, you know? I want a sharp jawline. Want a smaller forehead too. We need to hide that 5 head, so I'm going to apply the bronzer along the top of my forehead too to give the dimensions of a wee tiny forehead. A wee 3 head, you know. And this side too. I do like to give my nose a little bit of definition, so I do contour it. So using the bottom of the Hollywood complexion brush, this is such a good brush because you could do your concealer with this side and foundation, bronzer and everything. I have a few of these. Going in with the smaller side, and I'm going to do my nose. So just a straight line to give that wee tiny nose look. And then I'm going to use my buffer brush and just buff that in. And again, going in with that brush again and doing a little line across the middle and the bottom for a little button nose look. After a bit of sculpting and bronzer, I'll go in with my powder just to set what I've done so far. So using the Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder, shade 1 Pale, and using my Charlotte Tilbury powder brush, I'm just going to do mainly the under eyes to set those, which is important when I'm putting my mascara on so that my mascara won't smudge. And I put some powder on my lashes and my forehead and my chin as well. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, some people would ask me, what is your favorite part of doing your makeup? I have to say, this next step is, you know, does things to me. It's just my favorite step. So going in with my favorite step, that is blusher. I'm going to use the Dior Rosy Glow in Pink. Look how pink this is. Isn't that so beautiful? Stunning. Then I'm going in with my Charlotte Tilbury powder and sculpt brush, and now the thing about this is the most gorgeous blusher ever, but it's not as pigmented as what I think, so every time I go in you always need to keep adding more. And again, pat. Oh, I just love blusher. And I do my nose as well. For even more of a glow and a wee bit more of colour, I use my Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm over that, or just slightly above it. So I'm just going to pop this here. And with this one, I just use my hand to set. Yes, so next step is brows. I don't know why I prefer to do my brows before I do my eyeshadow, but anyway, we're going to go with it. And I'm using the NYX brow pencil. It's like a micro brow pencil, so it just, you can draw like hairs, and in the shade Brunette. One side has a brush and then the other side has the pencil. So I'm just going to brush these brows up. These brows are wild and do need done, but I feel like I need to grow them out really wild before I can go back and shape them how I like. And I don't really do a lot. I just fill in like the wee bald parts, or like where the hair is like a wee bit more dense, so I do a little bit here. Just like in hair-like motions. And my eyebrows don't go down far enough, so I do have to just draw the ends on and bring them down. They do go, they are good eyebrows, like they are thick if I do say so myself, but just would rather them go a little bit longer. And just shading in. Like that. And I'll do the same to the other brow. Now time for eyes, and I thought, what would the best eye tones be for this look that I'm wanting to achieve? And I did my research, and I really thought the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk would be perfect. Pink tones, neutrally tones. It just creates a clean look, and I didn't mean to hit myself in the face there. Yes, so going to go in with this palette. It is honestly so gorgeous. Yous are going to be so sick of hearing me say this the whole way throughout the video. So using this shade here, I'm just going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury blender brush, and I'm completely patting. Very pigmented palette, and one that you can really build up. You sort of do need to build up with these ones. Obviously hit my hand off something, so just ignore that. I'm just patting it in. Using that same base colour. Perfect. and just building it up with more product. Then to add a little bit more definition, a wee bit more tone, I'm going to use my smudger brush and I'm going to go in with the darker shade. This is a Zoeva smudger brush, so it's 226. And just on the bottom outer corner, if that makes sense, I'm just patting that darker shade in at the end, then I'll go in and blend it all again. Again, going in with my blender. Gorgeous. I'm going to bring this down under the eye for a little bit of definition. So again, using that smudger brush, bringing that darker shade down under the eye. And then using the Charlotte Tilbury Prime shade, which is like a little bit of a lighter shade, I'm going to use my finger and do that inner corner to halfway out and just blend it like this. And again, the same on the other eye. Now the best part, the pop shade. So using this sparkly shade, these are activated by using your finger. If you use a brush, you don't get a lot of pigment, whereas when you use your finger, like, that is popping. And using that and just patting that over the eye. And using the same on the other eye. Perfect. I'm gonna do a little wing, just to really define the eyes. Only a wee small one, we're not going to be dramatic because it is a clean girl aesthetic. I'm gonna maybe need to go in a little bit closer to the camera. Start with the inner corner. I don't know why I keep forgetting to say the products at the end of this video, but using the Feline Flick Charlotte Tilbury, it's so easy to put on. Because it's just like a little marker. I feel like I'm gonna need to get a new one. This one's really drying up on me, but apologise in advance for the silence. I need some concentration when I'm doing this wing. This is skills because I'm actually very far away from the mirror as well. Need to take this one out further. I'm going to go in with my Rock and Kohl, which is an iconic liquid eye pencil, and I'm just going to do my waterline with this one. Just really makes the eyes pop. Using the NYX brow glue just will keep the eyebrows in place all day, all night long, all night. Oh yeah, all night long. Highlighter. Before I forget, highlighter. This is the best highlighter I've ever used in my life. Oh, it's so good. It's the Iconic London Illuminator Drops, and I just use it's a wee BTY brush. It's like a little fluffy brush, but I just think it's perfect for doing highlighter, and I tap that, and I'm just gonna pat the highlighter on. Wait till you see how insane this highlighter is. I need to put a wee bit on my nose and my cupid's bow. Like, honestly, that is popping. When people say highlighter be popping, it's not popping like how this is. This is just crazy. Perfect. Now I'm going to highlight my inner corners and my brow bone. So going in with the same highlighter, only I'm changing my brush, going in with the Zoeva Petite Eye Blender, just because I just think it's a perfect brush to get it right into these corners. Brighten up the wee corners. And we'll put some mascara on now. So I'm going to use my Tweezerman lash curlers. Isn't that highlighter so insane? Gives those lashes a little lift. I'm definitely going to watch this video back and get the yuck of myself. Going to use a little bit of waterproof mascara first, because apparently that keeps your lashes curled for longer. So going to use the Better Than Sex waterproof mascara. Don't put loads of this on. I just put a little bit on, and then I go over it with a thinner type of brush, which I'll show you, which is the Roller Lash Benefit brush. So I'll just put the waterproof on my top lashes. And then the Benefit Roller Lash. This makeup look really, really enhances the eyes. Last but not least, gonna go in with a gorgeous lip combo, and going in with my favorite lip liner ever. It's Love Trap, Charlotte Tilbury. It's a wee lip cheat. Just gonna start with the middle. I do love to overline my lips a wee bit more, make them nice and full and plumpy. These lip liners last for 6 hours, so I do colour in my lip a little bit, so it acts as if like it's a lip primer, if you get me. Beautiful. I'm going to put my lipstick over, and it is the Dance Floor Princess, Charlotte Tilbury again. And the look is never complete without a gloss. So using the Fenty Sweet Mouth, So this is the finished look. Can't go anywhere without my setting spray, so using my Airbrush Flawless setting spray. So this is the finished look. I hope you loved this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a little thumbs up and subscribe.